Hello everyone, I'm Wendell Jones and welcome to this edition of the program, The Platform, this special edition of our show. And every week we have been doing a variety of things with respect to Nygard Key and Peter Nygard, the personality in the Bahamas, who's been in the Bahamas for over 40 years doing various things in our country. And of course, we want the public to have a better understanding of what he has achieved and is seeking to achieve in the Bahamas. Bianca, his daughter, is with us again. It's nice to see you.
It's great to be here. Thank you.
I've been getting some very good reviews from members of the public watching these shows, and they claim that they now have a better understanding of the man and the profession that he is in and what he has been doing at Nygard Key.
That's good. Thank you. And everybody's been telling me they've seen me on TV too, so the island must be watching you, Mr. Jones.
Yes, they are watching. And I believe, are very privileged that you are here because you've been looking into your archives and you've been coming up with some wonderful pieces.
Thank you.
For instance, today we are going to see a bit about Ocean Watch, the environmental group. Then we are going to look at the Oprah Winfrey Show. And then we are going to hear at the end of this program a bit of what Louis Farrakhan had to say.
Yes.
So it's an interesting variety today. So thank you so very much for bringing them along.
Thank you.
So the first piece is on what?
The first piece is Ocean Watch. It was in 1995. My dad opened up his home as a charitable cause. Anybody that came paid some money to help protect the water around Clifton and try to make that whole area into a national park. And then he opened up his home and he's telling how it's environmentally friendly and how the things he does to make it environmentally friendly.
Good. Well, let's take a look at the piece on Ocean Watch right now.
Millionaire Peter Nygard recently opened his house to tourists, not only to admire the unusual architecture, but also to take advantage of how the house corresponds to the environment. Nygard is founder of Ocean Watch, an organization formed to preserve the beautiful waters of the Bahamas and its coral reefs. He said the area situated in Lyford Key will hopefully be transformed into a national park. Mr. Nygard opened his house as a way to raise funds for Ocean Watch.
Well, whenever I get a chance, just as now, everybody who wants to see the house pays something towards a good charity, and I think we're going to make this into an annual event and hope to raise more and more money with it. And in fact, we were thinking of doing it for Easter, doing the Easter break next time, so we get all the Lyford Key people to really support it. Of course, after all, the waters are equally with them. And I think it's a really fun way to share the place with everybody, with all the people. I mean, this is too big of a place to have it all for yourself anyway. Part of the fun is to show it. I try to incorporate the design to feel like it is part of Bahamas, to feel like it's part of the out islands, to feel like it's part of the water, part of the sand. I use all natural building tools. The docking material for my main structure, the hatching with local people putting it together, the grass hut kind of feeling. I use mostly the wind for air conditioning. It's a very green project, and I keep all of the eye pollution, sight pollution, everything out of the way. I put them all underground, so you just see sort of nature all around. Well, first of all, the purpose for having all the people here is for a very, very worthy cause, for oceanfront and Ocean Watch, rather, to preserve the beautiful waters of Bahamas, its coral reefs, and try to make a national park out of here so we can have this for many generations to come. And it's such an appropriate venue for me to support because I'm in the middle of all that. So if it's a way that we can raise money for a good cause, and then by all means, then I'll be glad to open up my home for that kind of cause. I've been living here since 1975, 76, and this has been always my dream come true. This is, I'm from Finland, out of living next to North Pole, and as Nordic people want to live in the south somewhere, and there's nothing more beautiful than the Bahamas, and so I've been in love with Bahamas for 20 years. Well, whenever I get a chance, such as now, you know, everybody who wants to see the house pays something towards a good charity, and I think we're going to make this into an annual event, and hope to raise more and more money with it. And in fact, we were thinking of doing it for Easter, doing the Easter break next time, so we get all the Life at Key people to really support it. Of course, after all, the waters are equally with them. And I think it's a really fun way to share the place with everybody, with all the people, you know. I mean, this is too big of a place to have it all for yourself anyway. Part of the fun is to show it. Now the design is, to me, design is Bahamas. And this is, to me, it represents Bahamas more than any other building I see anywhere. I try to incorporate the design to feel like it is part of Bahamas, to feel like it's part of the out islands, to feel like it's part of the water, part of the sand. You know, I use all natural building tools. You know, the docking material for my main structure, the hatching with local people putting it together, the grass hut kind of feeling. I use mostly the wind for air conditioning. You know, it's a very green project, and I keep all of the eye pollution, sight pollution, everything out of the way. I put it all underground, so you just see sort of nature all around, and nature of the water, and then the nature of the animals on top. So I want to try to capture Bahamas here.
That was the Ocean Watch piece that was recorded in 1995.
Yes.
And Ocean Watch produced a wonderful piece. So you have a number of groups coming to Nygard Key on an ongoing basis.
Yeah, so continual, ongoing basis. There's a variety of groups from the environmental activists to songwriters, like what we'll see, to actors, to anybody, entrepreneurs. It's kind of like if you build it, they will come. So it attracts all kinds of people.
Now tell us, what was the Sound Writers Festival in 2004 about?
Well, my father actually wanted to make this an annual event, and Nygard Key and actually the Bahamas is such an inspiring place to be. You know, you're right on the water and with this wonderful weather and the sand, that people get very inspired to write music. So these songwriters came and stayed at Nygard Key and just said that music was flowing out of them. So they made a lot of songs. They even incorporated some Bahamian words I see in there that you'll see later.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's very nice, and it was so inspiring to see what was coming out of them in the country world.
So these groups came from around the world?
Yes, this was the country western songwriters.
Okay, good. Let's take a look at it, and hopefully our listeners and viewers will enjoy it. Let's take a look at it.
The first annual Nassau Songwriters Festival featured performances by master hitmakers Bob DiPiero, Jeffrey Steele, Kylie Sackley, Chuck Jones, Al Anderson, Greg Crow, and Chuck Cannon.
And I couldn't make you love me, but I always dreamed about living in your radio. Sugar, how do you like me now?
3 different shows brought out 3 different audiences to enjoy the songwriters: Nassau's Crystal Palace Resort and Casino, the Poop Deck Restaurant, and a weekend finale show at the exclusive Nygard Key Resort.
This is my town. This is my town. Come on, Bobby. Man, I'm just happy to be here. I really am. I really am.
Nothing about love is less than confusing. You can win when you're losing, stand when you're falling. I can't figure it out.
You know, the different venues and the gigs we've played, it's been really good. The crowds have been getting into it, and I really do believe that it's going to grow and it's going to be great.
It's not a bad way to go.
Forever faithfully, your love amazes me.
And is a private island retreat the right place to get inspiration for writing new songs?
I found plenty of inspiration, but I don't know if it'd be a country song.
No, I leave that up to the other guys. I'm totally vacant.
That's quite inspirational. When you guys came to get me for the interview, I was in the room sort of working on an idea.
Living and living on island time. Living and living on island time.
got something to do with water, sun, and bikinis and frozen drinks.
I think between the lot of us here, we probably got about 8 or 9 songs started without even knowing it, you know.
It's all right. Get on the floor. Get on the floor. Shake that thing.
It certainly taught everyone a few new words. Songwriting's elite live it up in paradise.
This is out of God's hands, folks.
Stormy, you are not going to believe this place. You remember me, Bob DiPiero, famous songwriter, which means nobody knows who I am. I am in the most tricked out, off-the-hook place I've ever been in my life. A bunch of songwriter friends and me are in this incredible place called Nygard Key, and we are rocking. We're playing hillbilly music. It's hillbillies in paradise.
Why would a group of Nashville's finest songwriters be invited to one of the world's most beautiful, elaborate, and somewhat decadent Caribbean resorts?
Writing a song will get you to a place like this, you know, it's incredible.
We've been rocking all night, don't you know? Got to get me to the church on the Cumberland Road.
It all started with a story we covered in May on the 9th annual Key West Songwriters Festival. A story that BMI's Mary Loving and Mark Mason got into the hands of the Nygard family.
What a thrill it is to have people with that kind of talent, that kind of passion here.
Fashion industry mogul and billionaire Peter Nygard is one of the world's wealthiest men, and he spared no expense in creating a haven for creative people.
This is an atmosphere that's really built for this kind of thing, you know. It's a thrill to be able to share it with such appreciative people, you know.
So how does a group of people who make a living from using creative words describe the Nygard Key Resort?
I don't know how you describe Nygard Key. Jesus, this is amazing. It's amazing. It's just so over the top that it's impossible to describe it.
Unbelievable.
Oh my Lord, I've never seen anything like it.
Just tell them it's indescribable, I guess, man.
It's something.
This is out of God's hands, folks.
A Jama in the Bahama for y'all. So thank you.
Thing is, make sure you write them hits for us.
And if given a chance to do it all again next year, both the songwriters and the event's host, Peter Nygard, feel it's a great idea.
Oh, no, this should be an annual. Never mind NASA, you know, Nygard Key, the Songwriter Festival.
I'm in. This is cool.
Anyone who watches television would know about the HGTV homes, and there are millions of people who love watching the HGTV homes. And Nygard Key was featured in HGTV homes, right?
Yes, Nygard Key is featured as one of the most extreme homes in the world.
One of the most extreme homes.
Yes.
I think I saw something some time ago, many months ago on Nygard Key, on the OR channel, AWE.
Yes.
But now HGTV featured it as well?
Right. Many people have come to us to film Nygard Key.
As a result of what HG television did?
Oh, just in general, starting from Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, actually, in the beginning, when my dad started building.
So it is truly one of the, they consider it one of the wonders in terms of homes in the world, eh?
Yes, yes, they do.
Very good. Well, let's take a look at that, what HGTV had to say and how they showed Nygard Key.
Coming up on World's Most Extreme Homes, buckets of fun and style in spades at a beach house in South Africa. Live like a movie star in a $50 million A-list estate in the Bahamas. Then a New Zealand home that's simply smashing. Next. We're off to the Paradise Islands of the Bahamas, about 20 miles from the capital city, Nassau. red carpet at the ready, please, because tonight's star attraction is the glitzy, glamorous A-list world of Nygard Quay. It might look like the set of the latest Indiana Jones movie, but this glorious Technicolor home, all 150,000 square feet of it, is the brainchild of fashion tycoon and self-made multimillionaire Peter Nygard. It's taken 13 years to build and is worth around $50 million.
This is the only place that I really designed for me. All my designing has been for the business. We had a concept right from day one where we could bring family together. Parents, my children, loved ones. And it does that job well.
Peter lives here while Mama Hilka and son Kai are regular visitors. So, let me set the scene. It's a frenzy of mock Mayan majesty, with tennis courts, gardens, swimming pools, and a huge 50-foot-tall temple overlooking the beach, while the bedrooms and private areas face the seawater pools. The central entertainment area, the Grand Hall, is a vast, glass-roofed circular room.
We have 100,000 pounds of glass on top of there, perched on top of these beautiful, huge, 2-foot diameter beams. I engineered this myself, and it's gone through 3 hurricanes.
Well, some like it hot, but 40,000 square feet of glass makes for some warm receptions. Like every A-lister, Peter has his fans, but this one cost him 20 grand. And for disco divas, the dance floor can be raised for the full-on limelight experience. Surrounding the room are 6 sunken annexes, a breakfast room, game room, patio area, a dining area with a giant table seating 24 people, a kitchen and bar, and finally a comfy chill-out area with panoramic views.
All of it is 360-degree view. That I do not put anything in the way of what is the most beautiful scene of all, the ocean.
From the Grand Hall, a winding path leads to the bedrooms.
Now, bedroom section, all around us have 16 different cabanas. Each of the cabanas is designed such a way that they're totally private. They get a perfect view of the sunset and of the ocean.
Party animal Peter loves to have friends and family to stay in his gorgeous guest rooms. Inspired by nature, this cabana houses a driftwood kitchen, glass-walled bedroom, and an incredible cave-style hot tub. If you think that's a showstopper, just check out the dramatic special effects.
We have some of these huge cobra snakes. No, you can't come too close, right? Okay, I'm out of here. Okay, I got it.
Heading on upstairs, the upper level is devoted to Peter and Eve's private quarters. A huge glass-walled cabana, their bedroom will leave you starstruck, with recycled driftwood decor that looks $1 million. From peacocks to parrots, even Peter's pets have a touch of flamboyance.
Yeah, he was so sweet.
Fancy living the high life too? While Peter's away on business, you can hire out Nygard Quay for a mind-blowing 35 grand per night. But it's more than just a playground. Nygard Quay is the worldwide headquarters of Peter's family empire. As offices go, I'm not the only one who thinks he's got the right idea.
Just love it. It's like a paradise. It's like a paradise. He has good imagination. I don't know how I made such a boy. I'm proud of him. That's for sure.
But it's not all work and no play. Roll out the red carpet because Peter and Kai's regular opponents are the Bahamian national volleyball team.
We're very active here. We play volleyball maybe 4 hours a day, every day. Whatever. What don't we do? Everything's here.
We do a lot of work here too.
We do?
Yeah. This whole place has been built pretty much by us and our team, So there's a lot of play, but there's a lot of work too.
As hard as that is to believe, we lost. We really enjoy ourselves together here. Kai and I are the best of friends, and I look so forward to coming here. And I hate so much leaving here. And I never want to leave.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Nygard Quay. Sparkling with star quality, I'd say Peter's home is a real showstopper.
HGTV featured Nygard Quay and the surroundings, and as you saw, a wonderful attraction. And Nygard Quay has done a whole lot, not only to advertise Nygard Quay, but to advertise the Bahamas. We take a break here on this special program with Bianca Nygard, and we'll come right back.